Everyone, welcome to another edition of Ed Talks. I want to have one of my favorite people on, Will Conaway. Will, welcome to Ed Talks.
It's great to be here today. I know we've got a few, so I'm excited to talk to you.
Yeah, it's been fun because we've done a lot together. We've done our own things together where we co-hosted and we've co-spoken and did different things. And I just found you to be like not only a great work teammate, but a friend and a super interesting person. So I just wanted to highlight you and some of the things that you're doing. So right now you're with NTT Data. What do you do at NTT Data?
NCT data since from 2023 now. I'm their vice president of consulting and network.
Yeah, and we served together at Tech Mahindra, and we did a lot of fun things there. And that's when I got to learn a little bit more about you. You have a lot of interesting hobbies. So tell us about, you used to be a rock and roller. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the evidence, and you still rock and roll. And
Well,
you have a bunch of guitars. Tell us about that area of passion.
well, I won't mention how many guitars. My wife might listen to this. She doesn't need to know that. I tried to start my career as as a musician. I know your son's been much more successful than I have at turning his hobby into something successful. But when I was very young, I moved to Los Angeles, kid, actually very young, and decided that I would like to give my shot at being a rock star. We were a heavy metal band. So I played several heavy metal bands, and I actually had a lot of fun being able to play on some a few of those albums. I actually had a couple hit songs. I was never one of the writers of it. I was in songs myself, and I successfully was able to do something very few people could do at someone of 4 or 5 per music. I made no money. So I decided I had to do a real job.
Yeah, no, it's great. But you still, like you alluded to, you still have a lot of guitars around the house and you still play. And is that how you sort of get some of your downtime? Do you just like do you tackle like a difficult problem and go and play Malinguenia or something?
It's funny how it's interesting that I find that when I can't come up with a solution to something, it's either go take a walk or run. I know you're really into the fitness part of things. I'm not quite as much, but a little bit there. But yeah, I do, like I said, I have quite a few guitars, and each one of them kind of represents a different kind of stage or time of my life. And I do them all different. And a couple of guitars I've had for 40 years now, so I get to be a long period of time. But there's really a couple that I like to pick up when I'll say stressed, having trouble, or need to do something. I have a 1954 Les Paul Jr. I think Leslie West would people out there in Mountain. You look that up, and then 1966 Gibson 335 and a 1969 Gibson Birdland. Same guitar like Ted Nugent plays. Then I have a pair of Gibson 175s that I've had for just ever. I have a 1954 and a 1960 that I play, and those have been my go-to guitars for a very long time. And each one of them, I feel can solve different problems just because they sound so different. Puts you in a different mindset.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. And Will, you're like also a connoisseur of leadership, not just a great leader yourself. And maybe one of the reasons you've become a great leader is because you studied the history of all these leaders. And so now you're like teaching leadership, and you're teaching leadership with some pretty amazing people. Can you share a little bit about some of the teaching that you do?
Yeah, it's interesting. For uh, approaching 15 years now, I call it my spare time, my part-time job. I'm working at Cornell University, and taught at 3 different colleges over the years. And actually have a course coming up here pretty recently. Seen a couple of ones right now. We jumped in George Casey again.
Yeah.
Teach some military items. He's the 36th Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army, and person I will call a mentor, much like yourself. Person I learn a lot from, also just hearing them talk and what they say. But yeah, I've been there a long time. I've taught courses within, fields of healthcare, leadership, and also organizational strategy. Also, through Cornell, I taught a lot of dedicated statistical courses and work with companies such as JP Morgan, Coca-Cola, Marriott, MetLife, who else, Northwell, and I'm just about to start working on the passion with help. So, does does help me stay sharp, working with people, also at the master's level, people who are going after certifications of different types. You learn a lot from people who are dedicated to the craft.
Hey, given all your background, I want to ask two other questions, and one will be on leadership, and then one will be sort of on tech, healthcare tech. But on the
Sure.
leadership side, given your experiences, all the mentoring you received and given, and all the teaching that you're doing now, what would be the one leadership skill that you would recommend people really focus on, that maybe want to become that C-level person? So maybe today they're a director or a vice president, but to get to that next level, what's one skill that maybe they should hone in on?
Well, besides playing golf, which I kind of do, it seems like that seems to be a thing. What's really interesting is I think it's more than one skill, but I think it's a combination of some skills. I think from the technical aspect, most people can learn technology. Really, it's the ability to supervise. If you can see a vision that is exciting and challenging to the people around you, they're going to want to follow you. And if you can translate that vision to what I would say actionable items, you're a person who's going to go far. And that's going to require you to go back and study, look at all your people you're going to have to recruit, develop, and reward your team properly, which will help really foster innovative team environment and corporate environment, which will really take you to those next levels. I think a lot of people forget that the higher up in the company you get, the more people skills it requires. And I'd also say higher up in a company that someone gets, it also requires you to work more with outside the organization. So the ability to work with people outside the organization is as important as the people inside the organization. I'll say one last thing. We talk about what's the most important. We found over the years the most important person, the most difficult person at the same time of being yourself. I keep battling that day to day, being able to make sure you're doing the right things, right, getting proper rest, you get the proper education, you're doing the things around that make good sense, and that's always a tough thing to do.
Yeah, no, those are, I've been taking notes. You didn't just drop one on us. You gave us like four really, really good ones and things that I still want to work on for myself. So now combining sort of, your day-to-day role, your experience in healthcare and technology and leadership, what are you seeing in terms of the next couple of years? Where are a lot of your clients or, health systems or hospitals, where are they kind of focused on or should be focused on?
I think the buzzword that we know I'm going to say is AI. Everybody's looking at what AI is using. I think you're going to see more and more of automation, AI cost downs. There's no other way around it. You're going to see that really start affecting things around augmented care at home. I think that's one of the next big things. I know you're a big believer that, care at the home is going to explode over the next couple of years. There's no doubt. It's more modern and automation in that. Also, I think we're still going to see things around people going in the cloud, getting their apps in the cloud. That's going to help with security issues and especially in healthcare and other organizations too. It doesn't take long to find a security breach almost daily in the news. I also think people are going to really, so I talk about the AI, all the digital transformation we've seen. I think we're going to start seeing that. Those words, digital transformation, really be replaced by AI transformation. That is really what's going to drive. I think we're going to see the economy pick up over the next couple of years. As AI hits, I think it's going to be as big as it was, 20, 25 years ago when we were watching the internet of health things and the PC at home. It's just going to drive the ability for the whole economy to pick up and do things that we haven't seen in a long period of time. So I think there's some very optimistic about the future of the United States and the whole globe as it continues to grow.
Yeah, that's fabulous. I agree with you. And yeah, that's why I wanted you as a guest. Well, super fascinating person, both on the personal side, professional side. I'm so glad that you and I have been connected for many years now and many more years to come. So thank you for being a guest on EDTalks.